afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Gears Esports APAC Regional Series. This is the brand new esports series brought to you by GameStar with the sponsorship from the Coalition and taking over really from the 2K series that we've had. So this is season 2 of Gears Esports in the Asia Pacific region, and we are very, very pleased to be bringing it to you. My name is Crisis. I'm going to be your host today and kind of fill in second caster because our second lead caster, shall we call him that? Yeah, second lead caster isn't available today, but that doesn't matter because we have a lead caster that is on board right now, and he is standing by to say hello to you. So welcome in, Made in Oz.
Hey guys, thanks Crisis. So yeah, looking forward to this first matchup here between Pineapple Lumps and the E-Team. It's going to be a good one. I feel like it's going to be pretty quick, but we'll see how we go.
Yeah, so just for everyone that's just tuned in, of course, this is our first ever event, so I'm just going to run through a little bit of housekeeping before we get into that first match. And I'll just say, Admin Evexium, you can let all the teams know, besides obviously the broadcast team, that they may begin their matches. So just put a message out there in Discord that the teams that are not being broadcast, you may go ahead and start your matches. So this is a Swiss format qualifier today. We're going to have 6 rounds of Swiss matches. We've got 8 teams that have entered, and I'll show you the brackets in a moment. Let's get the bracket up. There you go. So there's the bracket as it stands at the moment. So we have 4 matches per round, 6 rounds today. The maps are all specified. The teams do not get to choose their matches. They're all best of 1. Really, we're not actually looking for a winner today. We're looking for teams to build up as many points as they can, because the points from this week get added to week number 2, week number 3, and at the end of those 3 qualifiers that we play, the top 4 teams, they're firstly all in the money, and secondly, they go through to the finals and they play out in a modified double elimination bracket to determine exactly how much money they are in. So we've got prizes from 1st till 4th, cash prizes, and first place gets $1,500. So pretty much the same as if they'd won 3 of the 2Ks in a row in season 1. $500 a piece, and it's US dollars, of course. So first place gets $1,500, and then we've got a share of $2,800 in total for the finals that get divided between the top 4. Now, we will be featuring 1 match per round here on stream. The other 3 matches are going to be taking place off stream and playing through as quickly as we can. So we're going to give you 6 matches in a row right here on mixer.com/GameStar, and hopefully we'll be able to mash buttons through and give you a good presentation. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump into our first match. And Made in Oz, I think you might have actually said who it's going to be. It's Pineapple Lumps versus the E-Team.
Yeah, that's it. So if we're ready to get this underway, I can start it up. Go?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Awesome. Cool. So yeah, this is Forge Blitz is sort of one of those maps where if you hold top control, you pretty much control the map. So it's going to be interesting to see who wins off the break. Most teams tend to play a pretty standardized 2 top, 1 mid, and then 2 round towards the incinerator, but we'll see how it plays out. Like I said, I'm just curious to see who's going to be winning the 2v2 fight up top.
All right, so I'll try and give you a little bit of focus on top 4, exactly that, and here we go. So just for those who are new to Gears Esports, all the matches are escalation. As I said, the maps are specified. This first map is going to be Forge Blitz, and not Forge as we originally thought it was going to be in the rules, because of course that got replaced by Forge Blitz to improve the competitive nature of the map. And here we are getting into the game. And boy, oh boy, what an exciting time for Gears Esports in the Oceanic region, well, in the Asia Pacific region. Of course, today we've got 2 teams that are entering from India, so a truly Asia Pacific competition. And here we go, over to you, Made, for round number 1.
Awesome. So I'm going to be starting off with watching Keeping Yourself here, also known as top with your seconds going up top there to fight over the top of the B hill to get control of that button, I'd imagine. so we'll see how this plays out. But normally it's pretty standoffish until the first kill drops down. It's sort of split up a bit. So they've sort of traded, so we've got the whole way down. 1v1 here for the button. Alright, so it looks like Kitten's going to drop back a bit. It's pretty slow down at the moment. So we're going to be pretty busy coming up here. So it looks like managed to get a bit of a spin move in there, but he managed to double down here at the incinerator between Extra Saucy and Ruckus. Ruckus managed to win that and is taking down. So it looks like the Locust have control of the map. They are 3 dead, so it looks like the COG team are owing to their home hill. So they'll be coming up spawn any minute now, so I imagine they will make that back to B, but we do have triple down. So we've got COG team are holding down B, so it looks like they're just trying to establish map control at this point. No point trying to hold a 3 cap, you don't need to. It's bad to try and force that all the time. But Locust team have OE and are playing home hills now, so B control is being pretty well nullified at this point. There is going to be a big fight going down in their power station short those home hills. So yeah, looks like COG are still holding
facing down on B, defending so well and maintaining control. So we just ticked over the 100 mark for both of the teams though. So things very, very close so far, made, because I don't know, we came into this match and not really sure whether it was going to be quick. Here's another roll into 2. It's 3 onto point B. Lady Luck books it out of there. Is not in position taking any sort of starts.
There's no point dying there for no reason. Absolutely no reason at all. But see, this is the sort of point where that player that's up at that player that's playing on top of button now, like, yes, let's gear that up there actually. So yes, you can get responses up there, but it's just not necessary at this point in the round. I feel like she needs to push down, try and get the team going. So now we don't have this lay down, so it's got to use the trick. See, for me, that's one of those things where, like I said, winning that top control is important. But once you're up there, if your team's getting slayed out down the middle of the map, it's pretty irrelevant. Like, it helps you win the initial off of B, but once you've lost that map control, there's no need to be up there still.
All right, so the lowdown coming through to you from Made in Oz, and game sounds are louder than him. Bump Made up a bit. Thanks, EJ, for the feedback over there, and I'll see what I can do to do exactly that and bump things up. But yeah, first round going to the E team. And do you know the players from the E team a little bit, Made?
Yeah, I do. So we've got players like Kit and yourself and Mike Yippee and Caramel. They've been around for a very long time. Kit and yourself in specific, he's definitely one of the better players in the Oceanic region. He's definitely, people joke around and call him the Skiz God because he's, you know, just that. He's an amazing shotgun player, so he's definitely one to keep an eye out for. He's definitely got the experience with competing, so he's definitely not new to the game. So I'm interested to see the fact that they put shots down. That seems like a bit of a wasted shot there from the E team. That was, not sure what they were trying to accomplish with that. But that fight going up top is still as before, so it looks like we're kind of stuck in a 2v1 with Gillett. She's getting good shots though.
Smushed him in the face.
She's chunked Caramel too.
Oh,
yeah, she got
superb.
well. Now this is the point where there's 3 dead on the Locust team, so if they were smart, Gillett would be getting out of here right now, would be trying to rotate down to help them take B. But she does have to cross.
Down there, just gives the support. It's enough just to cap or clear the cap, so Ruckus is able to get onto point B and get their points ticking just a little bit faster than Small.
Yeah, so Extra Saucy has been caught out here. He is caught way too far up in position there, in my opinion. He was up too far and got crossed out because of it. This is the sort of thing when you get killed off the initial, you just need to regroup with your team, set up smokes and push in together. The Locust team are just sort of going one by one, and they're just getting crossed out.
Yeah, following Mikey at the moment, so who got taken down, not fragged though, not given at least, but gets cleared away. And this is great play from the COG as they maintain control of the actually they don't maintain control, it's been ticked over into the grey. Lady Luck lurking there, gets the smoke down, great cover from the smoke. Firestar there to assist, and very close, almost a COG domination. Good work there.
Mikey. So Mikey did just get a big kill there. He's stuck in a 1v2 at the moment, but he did get a break. See, this is the sort of point where Mike should be trying to back regroup with his team. He's kind of stuck in a 2v1 and just unnecessarily died there.
There's your little one feeding in one by one that you mentioned earlier on from the E team. He's giving himself down.
So, yeah, always in a big 1v2. That was huge for Alway. Alway did so well there just to stay alive until he had the support from his teammate. So, see, here, we've sort of got a bit of a stand-up at the moment, but I feel like Caramel that was a big kill. Caramel needed to get that kill because they needed that kill to establish their control here.
Time running out there, 100 points just ticked over for the Swarm, and it's already at 150 for their opponents. Great play so far in round number 2 from the Pineapple Lumps.
So this is sort of getting into the scenario now where the COG team, Pineapple Lumps, are pretty much going to win off of one hill. So the Locust, the E team, they do need a triple cap here. So they have got B and C. It's all just going to come down to the fight on the home hill now, which they are decapping. So this is a big fight here, whoever can win that. So they need to get a touch and they need to hold off until their team spawns.
All right, shout out to Perfidy, our favorite French viewer, who is pointing out that we are still a bit soft. So thanks for the feedback, Perfidy. It's coming through. It is our first cast, so we are just going to get the levels right. Gears is a good game.
Gillett has made a big play here. She's ignored her home hill, ran over to and capped that, which has effectively secured the round. I mean, they were already going to win off that one. Just lay out the E team there, but that was a good call by her to make that overextension to run to their home hill to make sure that it secures their round. I really like that kind of play. It's one of those things. It's high risk, high reward. So it's the sort of thing your team will be calling you to help, make you stay and fight with your team to make sure that you slay them out. But it's one of those things where if your team dies and you die with them, you've lost the round. So again, it's one of those high risk, high rewards. If you run for that home hill and you actually get it, it'll pay off. But if you don't, then you pretty much, knock that nail in the coffin.
All right, just waiting for round 3 weapon placement to happen, and a nice close game for our opening match for the Gears Ears. The Gears Esports Asia Pacific or APAC Regional Series. And this is the first match of, in the first round of 16 rounds. It's going to be fantastic. 6 rounds today, of course, but 16 events in total.
So for those of you that don't know, there has been nade put down in the incinerator. For those that may be new to Gears, if you get control of that top area where we see a 2v2 fight every round with the button, if you press the button up there, the incinerator starts burning, which means that you obviously can't pick up the frag. So now that there's a power weapon in there, this position becomes more vital. So we do have a 1v1 here between Alway and Scissor. Looks like they're actually going to be pushing up here on Caramel. So it's a bit standoffish. So we're getting into that stage now where kills are about to come in. So now Alway's pretty much dead. Oh, he went huge there. Alway just got a massive double kill. That was huge. Alway did really well there. So I'd imagine now, yep. So the Locust team are going to be moving up, trying to play for the home hill, taking a 2v1 here on Ruckus. If they get this control, they'll have the map control as well. So Ruckus has gone down, their home hill is being decapped. Now it's just on the COG team here, the Pineapple Lumps team, to try and set up together. Now, one thing to keep in mind, Extra Saucy does have the grenades on their home hill. So he's going to be able to use those when they start making that push to try and secure the hills again. For me, this is one of those sticky situations where if you're the COG team, you need to think about whether or not you want to fight for your home hill or you want to group up and try and push from B, or like where you want to go from this. At the moment, see, Ruckus got caught out of position there, and now Gearlet's caught out of position as well. So they're sort of just going in one by one. They're not really shooting for each other. I feel like they need to be setting up for more crosses, throwing smokes together, playing for each other instead of just going in one by one. Now the Locust team's going to be trying to fight for this B hill because they've just got the map control. So we are slowing down a little bit here. There is a 2v2 about to be team's home hill, which is the C hill. Gearlet and Ruckus are pushing in here on Mike Yip. So let's see how Mike can handle this. He just does get back up from Saucy here. So there is a 1v1 now between Gearlet and Mike. Gearlet just went massive and got a 2v1. Gearlet played that really well. Now she's got crosses into the middle of the map on Caramel, so she did really well there. That was a big play. Alright, so the Locust team are 3 dead. Oh, now they're 2 are spawning now. So the COG team do still have the lead. So they are still holding this down at this point. Alrighty. So Gearlet's sort of just playing the home hills. We do have a setup. They're playing for more nades here in the Incinerator. So Mikey, if he did get those, and it looks like he's going to play middle map, try and play towards B. They are stacking 3 players on the Locust team with a shock. So it looks like Firestar is going to go down here under the button in underpass. And Lady Luck died as well. So the Locust team is going to have a hold of that B hill. They are owing to their home, but their home has been decapped in the process. So it's that sort of thing where now they're sort of caught out of position and they're going to be scattered whether or not to play for the COG team's home hill or play for their own. So Mikey is stuck in a 3v1 situation here. He does have help from his teammate there crossing for him, but I don't feel like he needs to push that. That, for me, that was a bit early on the push. Caramel does manage to trade it out, but then dies. So there's a 2v1 now against Scissor. Looks like Scissor's going to go down, and the COG team will win off just the 1 hill. So the Locust team does need a 3 cap, so they're pushing in now. They're pushing in shotguns. They need to get in close. So if they can slay out Lady Luck here, they may actually get it up. The B hill has been capped, so they are sending 1 player back to the B hill now. But I think it's too late now.
Yeah, time is up, and that 3rd round is going to go to the COG. And it's Pineapple Lumps creating a bit of a lead. They've had 2 rounds in a row. And if they get the 3rd one made, you've got to think that they have the E team's number well and truly.
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, you can never really... They can all clutch up and they can, be there when you need them. It is the sort of thing with escalation. It doesn't matter how many, once you get up to the 5-6-0, obviously then it's looking a bit dismal. But one good weapon placement, if they put down something big and start controlling the map with that, like a boom shot or a torque bow or a sniper or something like that, then if they can control the map with those weapons, then it's the sort of thing that you can never really count them out. I mean, in Australia, we have a pretty simple, strat with weapon picks of putting down nades. So if you see all the power weapons on the map at the moment, they're all the nades. So coming up soon, the next weapon placement is going to be a big one, no matter who loses. So I'm interested to see the round coming up after that.
A little bit of lol rolling going on as we roll out. We're following Gearlet as she heads up up to the top area. Has some support there from Alway. Throws down a grenade. It's a 3 versus 2 situation. Alway is just pulling out all of the stops. Takes down 2. And Gearlet was there to try and pick up the 3rd. Now it's Alway versus Quillest. Is he going to be able to take it out? That is an incredible series of play from Alway, gaining control of that top area. And, he gets to push the button now.
So for me, that can't happen, right? So you have Alway and Gearlet that were separated. Managed to get 2 kills up there in a 3v2 situation. That should never happen. Alway should never be allowed to get 2 kills when separated from his teammate in a 2v3. That should never happen. Bit of a misplay there, but that's okay. These things happen. They were just trying to establish that map control and get those insins. They had the right idea, the Locust team. They just didn't execute on it. So it looks like Kitten yourself, also known as Scissor, is going to be pushing up here on Alway. It's going to be a pretty big 1v1. But Alway, I'd imagine, probably will get some backup soon if he's pushing him.
Yeah, Kitten's just gone for a bit of a jog and then decided to head on down to B. Get some crossfire going on, gets the support going. Lady Luck is there picking up Firestar. He gets taken down, and it's Lady Luck and Firestar now sitting on B and holding it quite well.
So now they have got the B position, they've got the map for each other. The COG team are just shooting for each other, which is really... Not really seeing a lot of that from the Locust. I'm seeing from the E team a lot of just unnecessary pushes, 1v1 fights that don't need to be taken. The COG team is setting up together, always just being a thorn in their side, sitting up the top whenever they try to run into B. He's just crossing them out. So they really need to try and get him out. Scissor needs to win this 1v1, or Kitten needs to win this 1v1 up here to get Alway out of this position. If he's allowed to sit up there and cross your whole team going into B, it's just going to wreak havoc.
Yeah, and Kitten not able to even get up the stairs there. He just eats a face full of lead. Now he gets the sneak on. He's going to get up, always distracted. And he gets right in through there. The incendiary goes down, clears away Alway, and they finally have control of that top area.
So now the only thing that I want to highlight is that the Locust have 3 dead. This is where the COG should be OEing and taking a triple cap. So yes, Scissor got him out of that position, which they managed to just get a touch on B there. But if they had managed to get that cap, if Caramel didn't win that 1v1 down there, then that would have been a triple cap. So just looking here, it looks like the Locust have managed to get a bit of control back at the moment. So they have got their home hill, but B is being broken. They're just being outslayed. They're just being crossed. They're just not shooting for each other. They're just, yeah, sort of pushing in one by one, and it's showing. They're just getting slayed out.
Oh, smack in the face. Quilles picks up a great
Alway just got a huge double
Alway
kill
is
on
there.
their home.
And
Yep.
goodness me, Alway really carrying at this stage. Well, I'm just looking at the kills. 17 kills by Alway. So
Yeah.
doing a fantastic job as a team carry right now. The COD domination denied momentarily, but there you go. They tick over
Yeah,
the
they
200
do
mark,
well on here.
and that is going to be round number 4 going to Pineapple Lumps.
Yeah. So I suppose, like I said now, this is where you have to put down. So I'm expecting it's either going to be a sniper or it will be an M-bar placement. I don't think that the Locust team is going to put something big down like a boom shot or something like that. Just because the key matchups up top, they're just not winning their fights up top. So putting something too massive down here, probably not going to be a great idea. So I'm interested to see if they're going to exit off or put something down. I would like to see them put something down. They're not really winning their fights, so I feel like they should have tried to put something down there, focus on that B hill, try and get that weapon and see if you can get back in the Slay department. For me, I don't think Xing that off is the right idea. Always just, he's destroying them up top. So I think you need to try and fight for something in B quickly, establish map control and go from there. But for me, the big key matchups here is between Alway and Scissor, but Alway's just got him booked. He's got his number, he's winning all his fights, he's hitting all his shots, Alway's just playing really well at the moment. He's playing aggressive up here as well, which is huge.
Oh,
so there was a team kill there. Scissor did kill his team kill, so it is a 1v1 situation now. Gearlet, see, COG just win that every round. So a bit of a misplay there, but COG comes out on top yet again, like always. So Pineapple Lumps here are just establishing their dominance and just making sure that they're winning their fights.
So they got 2 hills capped at the moment, just the one for the Swarm. And they'll start to build up their lead now. We're sitting with Gearlet at the moment, but let's head on over. We're going to follow Mikey of the production studios, playing under a team that doesn't have his name, which is not something we're used to here on GameSide TV. Gets through with the Lancer, gets a bit of cross there, trying to help his team out. Gets the rolls through, long range. This is great. There's a distracted player over there. It's Alway who's trying to back away now and get his own cover. The Incinerator's on, so don't take a wrong step, Mikey, and you'll be okay. But he's having to get on out there, does a bit of a lull roll and gets taken out from behind. No, not quite cleared out. So Alway on the chase, but wasn't able to get that final. What do you call it in gears? Is it a gib or is it a?
Yep, it's a gib. Yeah, a gib, a chunk, just a one shot basically. So Mikey is sort of caught up here. He is going to be sort of stuck in that situation where he wants to push. I can see he wants to push, but he knows he's just going to get crossed out. So he needs to play it smart with his team. But Gearlet is just crossing out from that top button. Gearlet has got that map control, and it's just hurting him. She's just peppering him, being annoying, making it so he just can't push.
All right, Gearlet's Spidey sense goes off. Extra Saucy coming through, and there's a little bit of a welcome for you. The incendiary goes down, but it doesn't matter. Extra Saucy replies with a Nasher to the face and gets control of that upper area. So will they be able to capitalize now of the map control that they've got?
So I like that play from Saucy. He recognised the fact that person up top. See, for now though, he should be. Looks like that's what he's going to do. So he is playing this correctly. He moved up. I think he just needed to move down a little bit quicker. So they are getting triple cap now. He's not going to get a touch. So like I said earlier, that top button control is important, but you need to know when to leave as well. So Saucy did play it correctly. He went up there, won his 1v1, got the insins, got a kill, and then he should have just been trying to fly down and help his team because his team was getting slayed out. So it's the sort of thing now where we're up to those 20-second respawn eras where it's sort of like execution now. If you die off the initial, if your whole team's dead, you're pretty much guaranteed a trip cap. You pretty much can't get out of it. So he did play that correctly. It would have just been nice to see him move just a little bit quicker if he could have.
And here we are. We've had the long shot placed, so now whoever, it's going to be even more critical to maintain control of that high area. Because once you're there, you're going to be able to pull out the sniper and start taking heads off.
Alright, so we do have the Alway one is 1v1. Gearlet took out that, so now the COG team is and control of Sniper, Caramel is in a 1v1 with Ruckus towards the home hills. So if Ruckus can win this fight, that should be a triple cap, I'd imagine. So the Locust team is 3 dead. They are coming off spawn. Mike is down, but looks like he tapped up. So they are off spawn. So the Cog, I'm not sure if they're going to try and hold. It looks like they are going for the triple cap instead of trying to set up. So it's going to be a big fight here on the home hill. Looks like Ruckus should be able to win it. Yeah. Okay, so they are still coming off spawn. If Ruckus can get this kill, that'll be huge. Oh, he's got a few missed shots, so he did do well there to win that, but Caramel's off spawn now. So if Caramel can get a touch here, yeah, no, so that's the Cog team. Just, yeah. The Cog team, for me, they're just establishing their dominance all around the map. They're winning that top fight. They're winning their 1v1 at Incinerator. They're just playing the default standard game in the middle of the map, waiting for their team to win because they can rely on Allway and Gillett up top to win it. Once they do, they've just got crosses on everyone. So for me, they're just playing the team game. They're playing it smarter. The Locust team or the E team, for me, are just trying to sort of head down, Nash's in, and it's just not really working out for them.
Well, that's 5 in a row now for the Pineapple Lumps. And they are looking at 2 away from victory as we roll out into round number 6. Just that first round going the way of E-Team, they looked so promising then. But once the Cog figured things out, or figured out their number, sending Allway up top, who has been doing a great job there, but just again, he gets taken down. But good support from Gillett coming through. They've got control of that top area.
Now,
and there comes the Incinerator.
Yeah. So New Half, sorry we didn't touch base on that. New Halves, obviously the hills have swapped now, so the home hills play more towards the spawn, and the new, neutral hills playing under the Incinerator. So this top control now is more important than ever. But I don't like who that was that just ran across the map. Ruckus there. I don't like that he was playing up for the kill. He should have just tried to run away, play with his team, back up a bit. He didn't need to die there. That was unnecessary. So it was a bit of a misplay, but it is only 10-second respawns now as we are New Halves, so he's going to be up very soon. So Caramel's sort of caught here in the 2v1 situation. 2v2 actually, and Saucy and Mike actually managed to get those kills. That's huge. Gillett dead too, so that's 3 down for the Cog team at the moment. So they will be going for a trip cap. It is only 10-second spawn, so they may be able to get a touch here. It looks like someone has broken the neutral E-heal, so that's huge. Whoever did that, whoever overextended to that E-heal just saved their team this round. So that was a big play. So it looks like we do have a 3v2 fight here going from up near the top side. So this is for me about how the Cog team can try and get out of this. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to. They are 2 down with Allway left alive in the 1v3 situation here. Does manage to get 2. Ruckus gets 1 as well. That's huge. So now the Locust team are 4 dead. So the Cog team here will be able to establish map control, get the holds they need, possibly take control of that button if they can kill this last player up there, and then they should be sitting pretty for the rest of the round, depending on how these fights go out.
Yeah, chase is on. We're with Firestar right now, heading on to Caramel. Kitten Yourself just arrived to provide some support. It's 2 versus 2 in the top area. Kitten Yourself hanging on for dear life. Oh, a team kill from Firestar. A little bit of a miscommunication as they crossed past each other instead of maintaining the kind of crossfire positions that you want to in that 2v2 situation, and that has played right into the hands of the E-team. They are making a comeback. 150 points ticked over for them to 120.
Gillett just got a massive kill there. Sorry, Lady Luck just got a massive kill, but she does go down in the middle of the map. For me, again, Scissor was just sort of caught out of position there. Didn't need to be that far up. Same goes with Quillis just now. Quillis just pushing a 2v1 with his Nasher out. I don't like that. He should have been sitting back a little bit, fight with his team instead of taking the 1v2s. So the Locust team are at the stage where they will win off 1 hill. So now they just need to hold their home hill, but they are 2 dead. So the Cog team is going to be running through their power, through their control station there, trying to kill Caramel. If they can get these kills and get this decap on their home, they'll be looking pretty, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to. They are getting slayed out of it here, but Lady Luck does get a big kill. Yeah, so it looks like the Locusts were just a bit more prepared for this round. The Cog team, the top control was there. They did still win top, but it was they were doing a lot of, pushing in by themselves, not shooting for each other. So it's the sort of thing when you're playing mid-map on New Halves with 10-second respawns, although you can go a bit more Nasher heavy, I still think it's best to try and set up and just establish a bit of control and just relax a little bit. You don't need to be, trying to frantically run for their home hill if you get 2 or 3 10-second respawns. It's just not necessary.
So just like in the first half, E-Team have picked up a round. So in the opening round of the first half, they picked up their round. As soon as the spawns started getting a little bit longer, though, the spawn time is getting a bit longer, they started to lose. So we're up to 12 seconds now. It's not really a massive difference from 10 seconds, but it was enough, really, for the Pineapple Lumps in the previous half to get their ascendancy. So we're going to follow Gearlet at the moment as she heads on up behind Alway. Kitten yourself an extra source there as well. It's a nice little pair of 1v1s going on, but Alway has gone and dusted. Gearlet taken down as well, and this is the half of the comeback for the E-Team.
Yeah, so Scissor is here moving up. He does have a pretty big 1v1 here. If he dies here, this is caught out of position. Scissor is way too far up. He doesn't need to be up. Essentially, Quillist is going to die for this as well, based on Scissor's play there. So I don't like that. He knows they're off spawn. He knows it's short respawns. There's no need to be up in their home hill. He should have just sat back a little bit. He had a teammate there. If they had Lancers out, Lancer him off home, make him set up there to try and push the E. I don't like the fact that he pushed up there. Because of that, his team has been slayed out and they've lost the map control now.
Following Alway at the moment, maintaining control of that top area, rolled in and cleared it out of the swarm. And now hanging around there, we've got 2 points, 2 hills in favor. Oh, yeah, hang on, here we go. He's in a 2v1 situation right now. Alway takes down one, that's extra life gone. Can he get Quillette out as well? Quillette's doing his best, but no, massive play from Alway. And he maintains control over there. Setting the scene now for a possible triple cap. E is getting capped. He's on the. He's moved down onto F himself. Another 2v1 situation. He absolutely excels at this 1-by-1. In come the swarm. He takes down one. Takes down two. Is this going to be a third? No. His head gets popped off, and Quillest comes through just at the death with a match-saving headshot with an Asher.
Yeah, always see that can't be. Always can't. So just went up at the button there. Always just 5 kills in a matter of 30 seconds in like a 3v1 and then in a 2v1. That can't happen. You need to be shooting together, not just Nashers going wide. You need to play shoulder to shoulder and shoot for each other. Alway just went absolutely huge there, and he can't be allowed to just do that. If he is, he's going to punish you every time, like we just saw. So there's a big fight going on now up for this top position on the map. We do have a 2v2 fight going on. So there's actually a 3v2 situation now for the Locust team, but Alway's just going to nullify that. No, Alway does get taken down. So 1v1 now between Gillett and Caramel. The fight's going down here. So Caramel is red. Gillett is going to play it smart though and just sit back a little bit. No need to die here. So that was a huge fight.
Oh, there you go. Takes him down in the knee, then gets the frag and gives him out. As, so close.
For me, Gillett had the button control then, and he was capped there.
Oh, right, yeah, had the button control, didn't push the button.
That was a bit of a misplay there. So the COG team are going to win off one hill. So now the local running in, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough to secure it. So although that was that could have proved potentially disastrous there. If she didn't press that button and they lost out on their home hill, they would have got triple cap there. So I feel like that's the sort of situation when you're only about 20 points away from winning, you've still got the E. Just press the button. They're not going to be able to get in and break it. You're about 10 seconds away from winning. Just press the button to make sure that you win. So that could have been a big misplay. But yeah, she was lucky that her team managed to slam out on their home hill.
And would you believe it, we are at match point, ladies and gentlemen, for the Pineapple Lumps. And it looks like the 2-second extra on the spawn timers is exactly what they needed. Can they put it together and make this a 7-2? Or will E-Team be able to get themselves back in? No weapon has been placed again, made.
Yeah, so for me, it's for me, Alway and Ruckus and Gearlet are just putting on a bit of a masterclass. I mean, their whole team is doing well. They're all crossing, shooting for each other. For me, I didn't expect this match to be going this way, not at all. I mean, just looking at the other team, you've got Saucy, Kitten yourself, Caramel, Mike Yip, Quillis. They're not bad players by any stretch of the word. Like, they're definitely good players. They just don't have the teamwork. So Alway's team is an actual team, whereas this other team is just a pickup team. But as I say that, Kitten goes huge up at the button, wins the 2v2 fight there, basically just wins it himself. So now they've got this map control, they've got the button control. I'm just curious to see how the COG team chooses to play this, whether or not they want to fight for top or fight for E. this is one of those sort of situations where you need to make the decision and you need to do it fairly quickly as to where you want to go.
So we're camping at the moment at the button with Kitten Yourself, and he's just trying to get the crossfires in there. Not a lot of opportunities there. A couple of heads popping out here and there by the Cog, but not a huge amount. He's going to head on down now to the stairs, give some support to Extra Saucy. Just checking on him. Are you there, Extra Saucy? He is, so he heads on back and keeps an eye on E. We've got Caramel down there as well, though, so E is pretty secure for the Swarm. Switching over to Rakase, just defending on the F. Oh, comes through, pops his head round the corner, clears away one, heads on up, and it's a 1v1 now with Kitten, against Kitten Yourself. It's not enough, though. Kitten Yourself takes him out, picks him up, and uses the meat shield.
So
clears him
there
away.
is a big fight now going on the home hill here. The triple cap here. If they can get this home hill, it will be a triple cap. So I'm just curious to see how they played it. They played the initial up well. Gearlet, yes, she made the right decision there. Gearlet needed to back out, get out of that situation, make sure she's not stuck. But she does go down outside the incinerator. So it's, again, how the little Locust want to play it. The ball's in their court. They need to make the decision on whether or not they want to fight for that E-heal, fight for map control, what they want to do. So there was a big fight going down there. It looks like the COG team did play that correctly. They're not rushing into anything. They took their time, got the kills they needed, took the map control, got the E-heal, and now that they're racking up the points here. So they are going to surpass the leader Locust team in about 10 seconds here. So they will be catching up and gradually building. So it's sort of thing now, I'd like to see one of the COG players try and win that top control for that button for when the Locusts try and get in to make sure they can't break it. So Lady Luck is stuck in a pretty big 1v2 here, but there was a massive shot grenade placed and Alway going off with 2 kills. So it looks like E-heal is going to be safe at the moment. Just looking at the big 1v1 being played at the E-heal. Saucy does manage to win that, but the button control is uncontested at the moment. So it's again one of those things where like you need to secure that position. So we are getting a triple cap come in now. Looks like that's going to be all she wrote. Oh, there is a touch going down on D. So it's the sort of thing, they're just playing a bit desperate. You know, not shooting for each other. They're just scrambling for any heal they can get. They're not really working as a unit, and it's kind of showing in the scoreboard.
And we've ticked over. There's not going to be enough time to come back, and that means the 7th round goes to the Pineapple Lumps, and they win the first round 7-2. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is just the first game of the day. We're going to have another 5 rounds coming up in the Swiss bracket. We're going to go to a 5-minute break as we check out what's going on and make sure the brackets are getting updated and look after the players a little bit. So don't go away. We will be right back.